So can we start, sir?
Start பண்ணுங்கம்மா. Yes, ma. You can start.
Okay, sir. Apita?
Shall I start, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
A very good morning to one and all present here on a very special and a blissful day. I feel glad to welcome you all for a webinar titled Women and Mental Health on the occasion of National Women's Day. A woman is an embodiment of grace, elegance, beauty, and compassion. Women are real architects of the society who builds, paints, and decorates the place where their presence is. Women especially deserve to be celebrated for their tenacity as they have advocated for themselves and became their own champions. And hence, on behalf of Faculty of Physiotherapy, Dr.M.G.R. Educational and Research Institute, we are gathered here to observe National Women's Day and celebrate each and every strong woman. National Women's Day is observed every year on 13th February to commemorate the birth anniversary of Sarojini Naidu, the Nightingale of India, or known as Bharat Kokila, well known for her literature contribution for women's rights. On behalf of our esteemed management, I wish all beautiful and strong women a very happy Women's Day. Let us begin today's program by paying respect to our language. Thank you all. Small cheer and great welcome makes great day the greatest. May I now request Dr. Yuvrani, Associate Professor, to welcome the gathering.
Thank you, Dr. Abita. On behalf of Dr.M.G.R. Educational Research Institute, Faculty of Physiotherapy, it gives me immense pleasure to deliver the welcome address for this great event. At the outset, I would like to pay my gratitude and welcome to our Honorable Founder Chancellor, Dr. A.C. Shanmugam Sir, our Honorable President, Engineer A.Z. Arun Kumar Sir, and our Honorable Secretary, A. Ravi Kumar Sir, who continuously supports us in all our endeavors. I also extend my warm welcome to Vice Chancellor Dr. S. Geeta Lakshmi Madam, former Vice Chancellor Dr. Tamil Nadu Dr. M.G.R. Medical University, and our beloved Principal Professor Dr. C.V. Senthilnathan, Vice Principal Dr. S. Veena Alice Kritika, and Dr. V. Rajalakshmi Ma'am. I also extend a warm welcome to our speaker of today's session, Mrs. P. Theoboral, BBA, MSc Medical Sociology, MA Sociology, Assistant Professor, Department of Sociology, Laila College. It's a great pleasure to have you here, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I request Dr. Veena, Vice Principal, to deliver the inaugural address.
A very good morning to one and all. First of all, I'm very pleased to invite Ms. Deboral for this Women's Day celebration. It's indeed a great honor that we are celebrating the National Women's Day. And very soon we are also going to celebrate the International Women's Day on March 8th. And it's a very important thing. The mental health of the women is really very, very important, because we all know that physical health of a woman is disturbed at various stages. So starting from the puberty, the menstrual issues, the pregnancy, the related issues, everything. But mental health of the women is disturbed uh, at various places. So starting from the way when she is going to school, or where she is working in the family, and so on. So it's really very important that the mental health of the women should be addressed. So we all know that women is the pillar of the family. Her health is more important than anyone else. So she can take care of the family as a whole. So I invite Ms. Depural to continue with the session. I think students, you all will get definitely benefited with her valuable points. So good luck, ma'am. Over to you.
So much, ma'am. Before I start, I would like to
Yes,
place
ma'am.
my yes.
Uh, we'll have a speaker to introduce you, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Sorry.
Sorry for the interruption. So, may I now request Ms. Srilekha, tutor, to introduce our eminent speaker, Ms. Deborah, for today's webinar.
Srilekha, unmute yourself.
Srilekha, unmute yourself. You're not audible.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Faculty of Physiotherapy, it is a great pleasure for me to introduce our today's speaker who's going to talk about on a topic, women's mental health, as it is essential to develop and adopt the strategies that improve the social status of the women, remove the gender barriers, and provide economic and political power, increase awareness of their rights, and so on. Our speaker, Ms. Deborah BBA, MSc Medical Sociology, MA Sociology, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Sociology in Lila College, is a woman of virtue and simplicity. Talking about her publications, she has published 3 articles titled on unspoken reality of Indian mothers, published in International Journal of Turkish Journal of Physiotherapy and Rehabilitation. Second is a stunning stigma in the 21st century, published an anthology by School of English and Foreign Languages, Curriculum Ruler Institute. Third is the affirmative actions of government and its impact, published in the National Conference on Social Structure and Minorities Issues and Challenges, organized by the Department of Sociology, Periyar University, Salem. She has also published a research paper titled on a study of reproductive health among the male adolescents in Chennai, published in National Coalition organized by Department of Sociology, University of Madras. She has also presented a paper titled on women, media and society under representation of women in the media, published in National Women Conference and Women and Exploitation Organization organized by the Vaishnava College, Chennai. She is also a co-editor of a book, Religion and Civil Society, Challenges and Responses. With no further more delay, I invite the speaker to give a presentation.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Srilekha.
ma'am.
Srilekha, for that introduction.
Now, I humbly request our respected speaker, Ms. Deborah, to enlighten our audience with her presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. So before I start my presentation, I would like to place my gratitude to the management of Dr.M.G.R. Medical University, the principal, the other faculty members of the Department of Department of Physiotherapy for having me here on this special day. So let me quickly start with the presentation. Ma'am, is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it's visible, ma'am.
Okay. I'm fat. I need to reduce my weight. My skin tone is very dark and I need to improve my color, or I have to become fairer. Oh, I got 10 likes within a minute of posting this picture on Facebook and Instagram. Or how did she get more likes for this picture than mine? My picture is always better than her. Harna Sandhu, she's just 21 years old and she's all settled in her life. Look at me. What am I doing with my life? Or the most probable question on this day is that today is Valentine's Day and I'm still single, whereas my friends are committed. Yes. Welcome to the internal monologue or talking to oneself. Now, all these are related to our mental health. So these monologues are something which we have or which is happening to us every day. And most of the times we don't realize it is happening to us. And most of the time we also fail to recognize it is damaging our mental health. I'm Taboral here. I'm here to talk about two things that is affecting the youngsters, especially the women, female students' mental health. So when I was talking to Dr. Kamakshi ma'am about who is going to be my audience or what kind of topic should I choose, she did give me a clue as to, it is better to talk on mental health. And yes, so mental health is very, very important for women. As Dr. Veena pointed out, we women are the cornerstone of this society, not just society of this globe itself, or globally, or for this world, we are the cornerstone. And mental health of women is always belittled, or in the name of parenting, or in the name of marriage, or in the name of gender itself, our mental health is put at stake. Especially with the given Indian scenario, we are asked to adjust or adapt to certain stressors as an Indian way of life. Okay, but mental health, if we don't take care of it, it is going to affect or damage the society too. So I'm here to talk about two things that is damaging women's health. So as I was preparing for this, preparing for this webinar, if it is a married group, I can talk about, how married women can take care of mental health. Or if it is going to be like working group or working women's group, I can also talk about how they can, craft a balance between work life and personal life. But the audience today is not working group or married women, but it is you, the smart young female students. So I have a brother who is of your age attending his college. So I got to talk to his friends and him as well. So what are the stressors that is, damaging their mental health or causing any impact on mental health? And they have listed so many things. Of that, two things were very common among girl students. And those two are social media, how it affects mental health, and for girl students or for female children, it is the relationships that they get into affects their mental health severely. So today, I'm going to make it very simple, how these two variables affects your mental health. Are social media and relationship hurting your mental health? So let me start with, the advantages of social media. So the moment we hear social media, there will be a group of people who say that it is positive. Yes, absolutely, it is positive in these senses, namely the connectivity. The social media allows us to connect with a larger audience and with more number of people like family, friends, relative, neighbors, and these days it is also with strangers. And awareness and learning opportunities can always be, sought in social media, and information and updates regarding the global happening or the domestic issues or whatever that is happening around us or in our society, we can get the updates. And community building for a noble cause. Yes, social media helps. And again, for social well-being. So these are the advantages of social media. So this is the brightest. Yes, somebody is raising your hand. Am I audible and my screen is visible? Kamakshi ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I audible and my screen is visible? Some
Yes,
students
ma'am.
raising hand.
No, ma'am. It's audible and visible.
Okay. So back to the lecture. So these are the advantages of social media. This is something which we all are aware, but there is also a dark side for social media. I have taken some of the percepts from Global Social Media Report of the year 2020. It says that 31% of social media users are from India. Why from India? Because India has got a lot of young population who are facing a problem called unemployment. Besides that, we do also have a problem called social media. And the report also says that 34% of the sexual predators use social media as a tool to, to sexually predate girls, innocent girls. And 47% of cyber-based harassments takes place in Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. And 92% of teens uses social media. So this report says that, who uses what and how social media is affecting or helping their life. But what social media is doing to us is something which we overlook. It creates anxiety. The moment we don't get internet access or the moment we are not able to post our pictures, we get anxiety. And not only that, we post the same thing in almost all the social media handles. And if you don't get more likes, you do get anxiety, and anxiety is directly related to your mental health and stress. Many studies have come up with the finding that many youngsters are stressed out because of their appearance and acceptance in social media. Depression and isolation. So depression and isolation go hand in hand. The more number of time you spend on social media, you are likely to get more depressed. Okay, and numerous studies, not only at the domestic level, but also at the global level, have associated these mental effects with the usage of social media. And almost everyone we see or we know has an account in social media. That is, like, we can even say 90%. But the scary part is that we spend an average of 2.2 hours a day in social media. That's a lot of amount. Of the 24 hours, you spend 2.2 hours. We don't even eat for 2 hours. And imagine anything that we do often and anything in which we spend much time is having a deep and long-lasting effects on our mental health. So on that note, let me introduce you to the 4 more stresses or 4 most stressors of social media. The first is highlight reels. Just like in cricket or in any sport, the highlight reel is the collection of our best and brightest moments of our life. And these days, social media is our personal highlight reel. And it is where, or it is the place, where we put our wins, our great moments, or, great moments such as, when we go out with friends, family, or anyone, or anything that we feel great. These days, girls are even posting when they buy a new bangle or a watch or whatever, because they feel great about buying a product and they post it. But what is happening to our mental health by doing so is that we struggle of insecurities without our knowledge. We constantly compare our behind the scenes or behind this, things that is happening of the social media with everyone else's highlight reel. So we are constantly comparing ourselves with others. So was this happening only after social media? Definitely not. Even before social media, women have been comparing themselves or the way they behave with TV stars or celebrities. But now it is happening all the time and it is directly linked to you. So this highlight reel is creating a lot of insecurity with us. So here in this picture, you can see, this is an example I wanted to narrate. When my friend or some of your friends post that they are on a vacation, the immediate response in our mind is that, oh, she's on a vacation. Why am I not going for a vacation? Or why can't I afford for a vacation? She's having a happy life. Look at me, sitting at my home in my pajamas or my night dress, watching something. My life is so boring. look at her life. She's very happy. But the reality is that I know that person very, very well. I know her personally. I know how her personal life is drowning, or how poor she is at studies, or how poor is the family life. But who wants to see that? No one, because all wants to see only the highlight life, okay, or highlighted reel. Hence, this highlighting reel is making us to fake a perfect life on the social media platform. And without our mental instruction, this cannot be done. And it is really damaging your mental health. The second is that social currency. So just like, our Indian rupee, a currency is something which we use to attach a value to a product or something. But what are social currency in social media? It is the likes, comments, shares, and views. Okay. In marketing, they call it as economy of attention. So in the marketing strategy, when you make a customer or someone attracted to a product, then they are going to spend their money on it. Exactly, it applies to social media. When you are attracted to a piece of content that is shared on social media, and when you like it, share it, comment on it, you are generating social currency, which is very great if you are selling a product or a song or an album cover or anything. But in case you don't sell a product on social media platform, then who are the products? It is you. It is always you. And I'll tell you how. All of us here at least would have done once in our lifetime. I mean, in the time that we spend in our social media, we have removed at least a picture or a video of us because it did not get so many likes that you and I expected. I'm here with you. Even I have done it several times when I was young. So what am I doing here is I am become the product. My photos, my videos, or the content that I post has become the product. And when it didn't get so many likes, what I do, I remove it down. Just like in a store, when a product is not sold enough, they remove the product from the shelf. It is exactly here. So you can say, what is happening to me because I remove my photo? What is happening actually to here is, or the problem here in social media is, you're not just a product, but you are associating or you are quantifying your worth based on others' likes or based on others' comments. So social currency is again a mental problem where you will develop a lower social esteem, which can affect you in the long run. And the third, FOMO. It's a very trendy, it's a very light phrase, or, these days people use this word FOMO, not even knowing what does it mean. But it is actually a social anxiety which is created on your mind and affects your mental health. So studies have proved that 8 out of 10 youngsters would want to quit social media if they won't fear for this FOMO. Why most of you are on social media? Because others are on social media. And many of us, at a point of time would have considered either deleting or deactivating your social media handles for some time. But we don't delete it. Why? I can lose the groups, or I won't be a part of that community, or I won't even be remembered if I don't be on social media. So it is for others' sake, you enroll yourself in social media platform, and that too in many platforms. And it is not actually a need to be in social media, but because of FOMO you are. And this FOMO is also affecting your mental health. If there is really a need, or if there is really not a need, you can always choose to quit or to join back social media. And the fourth stressor is that, in fact, this is a very dangerous, stressor, which you can find online. That is harassment or bullying or abuse. It could be emotional or physical, okay? Studies also says that 40% of women have experienced harassment online, whereas 73% of women have seen or witnessed an online harassment for women, or that is happening for women. We have heard on women, especially groups like feminists, women who belong to a particular faith like Islam, okay, being sent rape threats or death threats. We get to see such things only when they are made to news, which is too late. But what about the online harassments that is happening every day and in every minute, okay? So there's something called sexual predation or grooming that is happening online or on social media, where you get to become friends with a stranger, and they'll earn your trust, and they'll form a friendship first and then earn your trust, and that will lead to relationship, and that relationship is very confusing. It is not a love relationship, it is not something based on affection, but it is something where you trust that person without knowing him, and then they would make you comfortable to a point that you can share your pictures, or your personal stuffs with them. Based on that, they'll threat you, and then they'll try to isolate you because you do not want to go for a complaint, or you cannot share this, especially in the Indian level. We don't share when we are harassed sexually. To be honest with you all, when I was in class 6, I was harassed, but I couldn't share it with my mother or sister or anyone because I was so small, and I was scared that what would happen if I share this? Would they beat me, or is it a shame for me and my family? This is how we are, mentally constructed in our culture. So isolation is what would happen on the online platform too, and then they'll start abuse in all forms, and abuse in at all levels, and then they'll maintain it. Okay, so these kind of online harassments are happening, and social media is used as a tool to threaten women and for sexual predation, which is having a long run effect on your mental health. Comparing to the other 3 stressors, the 4th one is very, very, very serious. So in social media, with every likes or comments, or with every share of your content, you get that good feel or feel good feeling, which your brain releases, dopamine. As you guys are medical students, you know how you would feel. So to feel good, we check likes just one more time. We post just one more time. And we become anxious when we don't have internet access to social posts. Okay, so all the 4 stressors are damaging your mental health without your knowledge. But when you're very young, it all really feels good, as I did tell now, okay? But it is not. So now here's the thing. I like social media, okay? I have accounts in all social media. Hearing what I said to you today or now, you might think that I want you to get out of social media, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to advise you to come out of it. But there is an option to practice social media in a better and safer way, which will not damage your mental health, or which will not hurt your emotions or feelings. Let's see how. The first you have to do is social media diet. So diet is something related to food. Just like how you monitor what is getting into your mouth, you should also monitor when you scroll the screen, or when you watch certain things in social media, what are the things that you should take into your mind. If something is very, not gonna benefit you mentally, you just have to avoid it. For example, most of the youngsters have this feeling called doom scrolling. So what is doom scrolling? Doom scrolling is when a social media post is all about bad things that is happening in the life. It will make you to question your integrity. It will make you to question others' integrity, and the world for you would be filled with bad incidents and bad people. So that is doom scrolling. To avoid that, social media diet should be done. And then social media audit. Just check for yourself, take a moment, okay, and check for yourself how many social media applications or handles you have downloaded, and why are you posting it? And are you following many people whom you don't even know? Are you accepting many people who don't even know, or following celebrities? Just check today and then see if something is not benefiting you, some brands or some followers or some celebrity followers not benefiting you, just remove them. The social media audit will definitely benefit you. And model good behavior. Offline, we are told not to bully others, or we are told to respect others with dignity. Okay? And we have to treat people with courtesy. Use social media for such good things. But what is happening here is hateful comments, arguments, all these are happening in online, which is not actually your offline behavior. Just have a balance between that and tame model good behavior. And the last two things are very simple. Don't have accounts just because others have. It's okay not to follow your friends on social media. It is completely right and okay. The last thing is that don't accept and follow strangers. So with that, the first part of my lecture, that is how social media is impacting your mental health and how you can craft a better online experience, is done. Now I'm going to move into the second part, which is very, very important for you all today. It is not just for people who are in relationships, but it is for everyone here, including me, and also for the teachers here. Signs your relationship is harming your mental health. This is the age where you will be attracted to the opposite gender, and you will feel like a butterfly, to be honest. But there are some girls who do not know, or who even know that their relationship is harming their mental health, and who do not speak out. It's for everyone. Yes, the word love. Okay. In our culture, the word love is always linked to romantic relationships. And these are, emphasized by our mainstream or domain media. Okay. Take all lyrics of any good song, okay, or in any language, be it Tamil, Hindi, or Malayalam. The media glorifies sex and romance as love. Okay. Almost all the songs are written, having the central theme of love is always linked or associated with romance. And that is how romance is highlighted as love in the movies, which is having a severe impact, on youngsters. And not only that, being single or committed is hyped by media, and it is the popular culture. Off late, there are a lot of, today is Valentine's Day, and off late, there are a lot of YouTube videos which is asking the youngsters, like, are you single or committed? Or how do you feel about being single? Or what do you feel about your friends being committed on this Valentine's Day? So this has become a popular culture. So here you can see love is either related to sex or romance, or love is either related to one's status of being single or committed. So what is love in real life? Or, the answer for what is love would be at the end. But what is happening in the name of love is what I'm going to talk or concentrate now. Okay, emotional abuse. So in emotional abuse, where a girl and a boy are falling in love, if an emotional abuse is happening between them or for one of the partner, the victim is the only witness. Why I highlighted this is that, he or she cannot even share it out, or because they lack proof that they are emotionally abused and they are victimized. And hence the victim is the only witness. And due to this, there are a lot of problems which is affecting you mentally severely. And sometimes we can see in news, how the ex-boyfriends have taken revenge by posting morphed picture of the ex-girlfriend, or attacking the girlfriend on the street or in the road. So all these are, telling us love can be unhealthy. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about unhealthy or the 5 markers of unhealthy relationships, or in simple terms, I can call it as love. So let me play short videos and then I'll explain. So the first marker of unhealthy relationship, intensivity.
I haven't seen you in a couple days. I missed you. Aww, you too.
So the first is intensity. Abusive relationships don't really start abusive. They start out exciting and thrilling. And in the initial stage of any relationship, the intensity signifies affection and emotion and whatnot. You'll be on cloud 9, okay? And it all feels really, really good. But gradually, this will shift from exciting to overwhelming and then to suffocating. Okay, you feel that in your gut. Your boyfriend might be texting and calling a lot of time, and texting you always makes you to tie to your phone always. And he's impatient when you don't text back or call back. Okay, if this is happening to you, 100% I can vouch you are damaging your mental health. Pay attention to the way you feel. If there is a dangerous intensity in your relationship, that is not love. Moving to the second marker of unhealthy relationship. Isolation.
Yeah, later, me and my boyfriend always have our big Monday. Tomorrow, Wednesday.
So, isolation. If the person you are in relationship with, is pulling you away from your family, friends, or in simple terms, your support system, and they restrict your connection with others, then it is a bad sign of your relationship. Okay? In fact, it is the most missed and misunderstood signs of unhealthy life. Most of the time, girls don't realize that it is happening to them, because we always use the word possessiveness. He is so possessive on me that he doesn't allow me to talk with my friends or even with my mother or my dad. Okay, that is actually not possessiveness, girls. That is actually isolating you from your support system. And they, the person or your boyfriend might use words such as, your dad and mama wants us to break up, or your friends are totally against us. So slowly they'll sow seeds of doubts. And this is not love. This is purely unhealthy love or relationship. The third one, extreme jealousy. Okay, so jealous is not wrong. Okay, jealous is a part of any human relationship, but becoming more and more demanding and needing to know where are you, who are you with all the time, and why are you there in this point of time, why are you with certain set of people, why are you here, why are you attending this marriage function, or why are you attending this lecture or program, why are you not spending time with me? Okay, which eventually says that they may follow you everywhere, both online and offline. Okay, and that becomes extreme jealous. Again, this is not possessiveness, but this is mistrust. And they also sometimes, not sometimes, frequently, accusation of flirting with other people will also taking place, just to put you in control, or just to, make you feel hurt. Might use words like you're cheating on me, or refusing, or they might refuse to listen to you even if you try to give explanations. So that is not at all love, but that is extreme jealousy, which is dangerous. See here in this video, following or stalking the girlfriend or the boyfriend. So that is the sign of, damaging your mental health. And the fourth one is belittling. So in your relationship, if your partner is using words and words are used as weapons, that is not love, or that is not a good relationship. When you tell them anything, they might crack a very derogatory joke on you or jokes, and they might use words that hurt you. And when you express them like it is hurting, what they would do is with few questions like, why are you overreacting? Why are you so sensitive? So these are certain questions that they will use to shut you down. Okay. And in a good relationship, both of them must meet, they'll make sure, or they'll make feel more secured, more comfortable, and they don't disclose your secrets about you. But if belittling is taking place in a relationship, that again is not love. So here in this video, at first, he encouraged, and then later, he didn't. So that's belittling is all about. And the last and the fifth sign is that volatility. Okay. So frequent breakups or making up, high highs and low lows, like, it is happening in all the relationship, as I know, with my friends and with my students. Students used to talk to me about their relationship problems. They come and tell me that, ma'am, my boyfriend is really sweet, but many of the times he breaks up with me, and then the evening he gives me a phone call apologizing and promising that it would never happen again. Guys, all these might look, very silly, but all these are dangerous signs of a relationship. So tearful, frustrated fights or fights followed by emotional makeups, hateful and hurtful comments, and then quickly followed by apologies, sorries, and promises saying that, or false promises delivering that it will never happen again, or I will not hurt you again. So this shows volatility in a relationship. And this is again a dangerous sign of relationship, which can hurt your mental health severely. But what would happen at this stage is, if you're having all these signs or symptoms in your relationship, you're so used to this in this relationship, and you fail to realize how unhealthy and maybe even dangerous your relationship. And when you share this with your friend, okay, your friends might advise you to go for a breakups. But breakup is not the right advice, guys. Okay. It is never a best advice. Because the time of breakup can be a time to trigger violence. So auditing these signs would help you to have a better relationship, or to come out of a relationship which is not healthy for your mental health. And asking the answer to the first question, what is love then? Okay, I did raise this question. So love is this: open communication, kindness, respect, independence, and patience. But unfortunately, these are never highlighted in any of the movies or any of the social media reels, or by your friends also who are in relationship. They don't even tell you or advise you on all this, because as I did pointed out, love is always linked to romance, okay, or having a romantic partner, or a beautiful guy or a beautiful girl with lustrous hair or good skin, who looks good. That is not love, actually. And I'm not trying to say love is something falling in love with people who are not beautiful. There's no concept called people are not beautiful. All of us are beautiful and different in our own way and in our own capacities. But love is all about when the partner is encouraging communication with you, okay? And when he or she is kind to you or respecting you and having autonomy or giving autonomy or independence to be your own self. And when that person with whom you're in relationship with patience. So this is what is love all about, okay? And unfortunately, we are not taught how to love, or we are wrongly taught as to what is love. Have a bar or a standard, girls, okay, as to how others should treat you. So love is an instinct and emotion, okay? The ability to love is a skill we all can build and improve on over time to protect our mental health and not to damage our mental health. And girls, I would like to finish my lecture with not actually a quote, with a phrase. The choice to make right decision is always yours. Decision to stay in social media or to come out of social media, to protect your mental health or not to damage your mental health, and decision or right decisions in your relationships, okay? Either to stay in or to come out if it is an emotionally abusive relationship is always your choice, okay? Reiterating it again, as the cornerstone of our society, we women are expected to play multiple roles throughout our life, as daughters, as wives, as teachers, or as a co-worker or a colleague at your workplace, as students, okay? When you make the right decisions, you won't suffer. And your mental health is in your hands. Don't give your mental health or don't expose your mental health for others to take advantage of it or to cause any damage to it. Thank you for listening and thank you for your patience.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for helping us students in taking right decisions safely and for your mind clearing lecture. Thankfulness, the big gratitude is the completion of thankfulness. As a way of showing our gratitude, may I now request Dr. Kamachi, Assistant Professor, to propose vote of thanks.
Good morning to all present here. It's my proud privilege to propose the vote of thanks. At the outset, let me extend my heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Founder Chancellor, Dr. A.C. Shanmugam, our Honorable President, Engineer A.C.S. Arun Kumar, and our Honorable Secretary, Through A. Ravi Kumar, who kindly consented to conduct the program. I also thank our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Gita Lakshmi Madam, for her support and guidance. Special thanks to our Principal, Dr. C.V. Sendilnaran, who always strived to be a person of action and good deeds. Our sincere thanks to the resource person, Mrs. P. Deboral, Assistant Professor, Department of Sociology, Lila College, for kindly accepting our invitation. Thank you, ma'am. We also thank you for the wonderful and a mind-blowing session and a useful session for the students in the current scenario. I also express my special thanks to our Vice Principal, Dr. Veena and Dr. Ralakshmi, and all the faculty members and other participants connected. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Perhaps some dittos aren't dittos at all. Perhaps they are always actually a path. So, dear ladies, stay strong. So, dear ladies, stay strong and follow your heart. On behalf of our management, I once again wish our beautiful ladies a very healthy and a happy National Women's Day. Thank you, one and all, for joining with us and making this day more energetic and beautiful. Now, I request all to rise up for National Anthem.
Participant, feedback link has been posted in the chat box. Kindly fill it up.